once again, SpaceX made new weekly lows and it's down 50%. And in my opinion, this is no surprise at all. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly why that is the case. And remember, this is according to my own research. I do have a free newsletter. Link to that will be in the description. So look, this is not a SpaceX thing. This is not an Elon Musk thing. In my opinion, this is an IPO pattern that we see time and time and time again. High-profile IPOs, big names, tend to just sell off once they're listed on the stock market. It's that simple. The same happens with cryptocurrencies. They get listed on Binance, Coinbase, they sell off. The same happens over and over again. And by the time it's on the podcast and the news, the move's already done. It's really important to remember that. How low will SpaceX go? I don't know. It'd be interesting to see, but it's easy to make the narrative that it's bearish, but most of these people would probably made no money on that narrative. And in my opinion, and I talk about this a lot, if you're not making money on something, there's no point in almost having an opinion on it. So look, the pattern is here. As you can see, we've got SpaceX, we've got Figma, which is more of a recent one from last year, and then we've got Uber, a bit of an older one, but as you can see here, fell 50%. Figma was like 83%. It's down, I think, or it was at that low there or at that low there. And then we have Uber, kind of went down, went back up, went down again, and then obviously it's gone up from there. So look, maximum hype at listing, smart money exits, the chart does the talking of that, So yeah, people are talking about SpaceX being bearish, being a scam, valuations are crazy. There's definitely things here. If you go under the hood of SpaceX, yeah, there's definitely things saying that. But in my opinion, this is common across IPOs that have listed time and time again. So look, it's down from its peak, and it's below the IPO price. It's now in and around that 115 mark, and it's having a constant stair step down. So in my opinion, what's next, and how would I look to play it? In my opinion, it's difficult. I would look for more chart history, if I'm being completely honest. So in my opinion, it would be just letting it play out, see what it does, and yeah, just sit back and watch. If you want to invest long term, you could argue 50% off its highs is a great accumulation place to do it, or buy when everyone else is fearful, as they say. But in my opinion, I'm just going to wait and watch. It's 50% off its highs. There's no signs of it going up anytime soon. I'm just going to wait and see what happens. So look, there's a lockup expiry as well. So 116 billion in potential supply. So that's coming on the August 5th. So that's something to definitely be, considering, see what happens in and around there. The Cursor acquisition, so Cursor AI, it's essentially I believe, because I have heard of it before, they actually bought it. If you're a coder, you're writing software, Cursor, you feed it into Cursor and it can do it a lot quicker, it can spit out code. So let's say, for example, you're switching codes or you want to upgrade your code, Cursor for you. I might be wrong, but I believe that's what it does. So that added further dilution, ahead of the lockup. So yeah, I think the earnings on August 4th is definitely going to be something to watch. I'd definitely watch for if the earnings aren't good, how does price react? Do we not go lower? And that could be a sign of things to come, or do we go lower? So there's some things, but the lockup thing on August 6th is definitely something to be considering when it comes to SpaceX. That's something to watch. And if you want to, be watching SpaceX investing, you could argue wait after that date. Who knows? But you've got to make your own plans when it comes to these things. So look, as I mentioned, it's a waiting game. I want more price history. I want probably like 6 months to a year of actual of what's happened. To see kind of and try and form opinions on SpaceX. But you need to have a plan before you have a investment in this. You could argue there could be like an IPO investment thing you could do if that's something you want to do. With like Uber thing, you could go obviously a bunch of stocks. Every stock, right? So that's something to do, and watch up for the lockup expiry on August 6th. They're the things I'll be bookmarking, and they're the things I'm going to be watching. So look, the IPO pattern plays out time and time again. Don't be surprised what SpaceX is doing. This happens on so many IPOs. Watch out for the lockup expiry. This is a waiting game. Build a process before you build a decision. Or if you're balls long, Elon, just go for it. Remember, guys, I do have a free newsletter. Link to that will be in the description. I'll see you in the next one.